next little video is gonna go over heel normal for Rally. Now, healing, good girl. Heeling is a big behavior in itself, so I'm not gonna cover everything in entirety, but I'm gonna show you kind of the basics for Rally. There are two other heel signs. There's a heel slow and a heel fast. So you gotta kind of set your normal pace somewhere in the middle of those two. So we'll cover the slow and the fast in different videos, but this is just gonna be heel normal. Now, she knows how to heel. We're working really hard on keeping her head up more often. She's gotten a lot better with it. I'm gonna show you how I start with just luring this behavior, and then how I transition to having my hand in heel position. For her, it's here. And then how we build the behavior. Now, keep in mind, for Rally, and for obedience too, the rule books typically say you need to look like you're working as a team, okay? It does not say your dog needs to heel with their head up. If you have a low dog to the ground, your eye point might be your hand, it might be your thigh. If you have a tall dog, your hand point could be here, it could be your face. For her, it's hard to walk with your head up like they do, so naturally for her, I let her kind of choose what she wants. She's getting a lot better about her head up, but I'm going to show you again the kind of basics on how I start. Are you ready, Peach Pie? Come here. So when I start, I'm going to use something that they can keep nibbling on that's long, so this is just a string cheese. I'll use also like a silicone squeeze bottle with peanut butter in it, because they like that. But something where I don't have to dole out individual treats. They can just keep having this and keep snacking on it as we go. So to get started, we'll just get our dog with us. Ready, Peachy? And they can be sitting or standing, I don't care. And I'm gonna start with my cheese kind of up here, but bring it down if I need to for her to get started. Are you ready? Strut. Yay, good girl. This way. And if we're running out of room, so we're gonna be going strut. Yay, strut. Yes, good girl, right? So for her, she doesn't need this cheese stick right in her mouth. She needs it in her face sometimes to keep working on building this up. So what I was doing with that is keeping her head up, staring at the cheese. She doesn't need to look at my face. I just want her looking at my hand in reality. And then teaching her, if you keep doing that, I'm gonna keep praising you and I'm gonna pay you every few steps. If you have a dog who's brand new to this or you're kind of reteaching, reward them every step and let them nibble on this as they're learning. Keep it really short though, because heeling is hard work. All right, Peachy, you ready? So once I've done a few reps and days of practice where I've got this kind of either right in their face and they're eating it, or up and they're just looking at it, this is gonna keep getting smaller and smaller in my hand. With me. And my hand is gonna come into heel position here. Ready? Strut. Nice girl, yes. And it's gonna come down and I'm gonna feed her. And she can have a little nibble this way. Strut. Yes. Good girl, this way. Strut. Yes. Now when I start my heel, you'll notice I start with my left foot. Sometimes I forget to do that, so I'm trying to train myself to always start with my left when we're heeling and start with my right when I'm leaving her. Don't overthink it, just go with what's natural. But with this, you want to reward the dog a lot and make it really good rewards for heeling with you. In this little circle, I was doing a lot of right turns, so she's coming around with me, but I'll show you some left turn get-ins as well. So, a couple things to know. If I'm practicing this with my dog and my dog is foraging ahead of me, meaning they're going in front of me, or like what Mango does, he wraps all the way around me, I would turn towards my dog instead of turning away from them. If my dog is lagging behind me, which is what she normally does, I would turn away from them and make them try to catch up to me, and that's when they get their cookies. So you need to troubleshoot some things if you're struggling. But your goal is going to be to get your dog happy to be heeling with you at a brisk pace while they're getting lots of rewards and giving them an eye target. Again, for a taller dog, probably up here. For a littler dog, you could walk like this. And I've actually a big dog that I do that with as well, because I taught him how to heel with my hand out here with my food. So he understands this concept. So you've got options, just use whatever's easiest for you and for your dog. So here's what this would look like if we're gonna do left turns. Let's say she was foraging, okay? So just imagine we're walking along, she's going in front of me as we're heeling. Come here, good girl. So this would look like, ready, strut. Nice girl. Get in, get in, get in. Yes, good girl. So for Mango, we do a lot more to the left. because he's always trying to be out in front of me and pushing me around. With her, she legs, so we do a lot more to the right. We still try to balance everything out. Again, this is not a full tutorial on heeling. This is just some basic skills you need for rally. When you start putting a couple signs together, make sure you're rewarding your dog for heeling between the signs. Don't only stop and reward at the signs, because your dog will start rushing there to get their goodies. Make sure you kind of surprise them and give them cookies along the way. And then as your dog progresses and they get more comfortable with this concept, again, this gets smaller and smaller in my hand until it's a treat in here and it's hidden, right, in my normal thing. And then all of a sudden one day that treat goes into my pocket, so there's nothing here, and then it comes out and I sneak it here. So they never really know, but they do know they're gonna get something if they work hard. So we just increase the difficulty, increase the steps, help them out. If you have a dog who is used to the dowels, you can use the dowels for heeling as well. So this, because a lot of times they'll swing their butt out, so I would keep my dowel kind of here. Ready, Peachy? Strut. Nice girl. Nice girl. Get in. Get in. You can practice your legs. Good girl. Get in. Yes, good girl. And then you keep going with that. For her, she uses the dowel occasionally. It's mostly for turns. But when her heeling, most of the time in practice, she's very straight, so I don't worry too much about that. You can also practice this in hallways. So your dog, again, has guides at the wall, or practice it. If you guys can see, there's kind of a step up in my garage, so when there's not stuff here, I'll practice heeling along that a lot too, so the dog has a physical barrier that they cannot cross. You can practice it on the curbs. If you've got an actual curb, not a Florida tiny curb. If you've got an actual curb, practice it there too. And then just gradually find smaller and smaller places until they're walking straight with you in a heel position. When I'm practicing this, I don't ask my dog to heel for more than a few steps or a couple minutes if they're really, really engaged. I'm adding a lot of the other stuff we practiced with them: turns, spins, sits, downs, stands, stays, all that stuff, fronts, both finishes, so that the heeling also becomes part of that funness, right? For a lot of dogs, heeling isn't the best thing in the world, and we often get so focused on it that you can kind of create a dog who's like, ugh, we're doing this again. So with her, we completely stopped heeling for a while and only did the fun pieces of rally. Now that she likes doing all that stuff, I use that as a reward for her if she's heeling nicely. So we'll do a couple steps. If she's getting it, then we'll do her spins. We'll turn. I'll have her chase a cookie, right? We'll make it more fun so that she understands, oh, if I heel with my head up and my tail up, I'm gonna get more goods. Now, if she's a little stressed, her tail's gonna go down, kind of like it is now. I think she's tired at this point. She's not really stressed. Yeah, you're tired. You need a nap. Yeah, okay. So, you want your dog to be happy and heeling with you. If you notice in body language that they're kind of like, I don't know about this, or they're a little worried, just stop and take a break, do something more fun, build up value for all the other behaviors, and then go back to your heeling and pair it with there. So going back to square one, if I had a dog who'd never heeled with me before, I'm gonna break food up into big enough pieces that I could easily get one out at a time from my bundle in my hand, okay? So I'm just gonna use the cheese because that's what I've got, but I'm gonna be rewarding my dog every step in the beginning, every 2 steps if they need it. Come here. So what I'm gonna do is get her in a heel position. Now, in competition, your judge is gonna ask if you're ready. Okay, so you need to respond either ready or yes, and then they will say forward and you will tell your dog to go, okay? So what I will do is I will practice that behavior with my dog and kind of mix it up so she can't hopefully predict, because Mango predicts, and if he hears the judge say, if I say ready, he starts going. So what I'll do when I get started, if I'm in heel position, are you ready? Ready, forward, strut, yes! And I'll take one big step with my left foot, and if she's got her head up, she's gonna get cookies. Again, she's practiced. I'm not giving her cookies every step of the way, but you might. And if you were gonna give cookies every step of the way, girlfriend, we'll just skip the beginning part. Strut, yes. Strut, yes. Get it. Strut, yes. Okay, it's a little awkward walking that way, but the way I do it is left foot. So I say the verbal cue, left foot, yes, and pay. Strut, left foot, yes, and pay. Strut, left foot, yes, and pay. So that they get used to that. Left foot take off means walk with me and I get cookies at your hip. If you guys have questions about heeling or we need to troubleshoot things, just let me know. It's a big behavior, so break it down into pieces, make your dog successful, make your dog happy as much as you can, add in all the other fun stuff as a reward for heeling just a step or two with you, because that will increase the value of heeling, which is kind of not so fun for a lot of dogs. Oh, you missed it.